Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to today's session on Intro to Web Development 101. I'm Durgesh Vaigandla and I'm a pre-final year student at Siddharth Institution of Science and Technology. So today we're gonna dive deeper into the basics and the introduction to web development. So here's a quick review of agenda. So today we're gonna discuss what is web development, front end versus back end versus full stack, the importance of websites, static versus dynamic, technology overview, and overview of stacks, frameworks, and backend technology, hands-on with HTML, Q&A session, and finally quiz. So this is the overview of today's workshop agenda. And you know, I want to know that how many of you guys know what is web development? Can I get the info from the text box? How many of you know what is web development? Don't raise your hand, just text in the chat box. I want this session to be more interactive, so you can use your chat box. Just text over there. How many of you know? You can just type yes or N. If you know, type yes. If you don't know, type N. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting a mixed responses. Okay, I'll give you some brief intro about that. So let's start with basics. So what is web development? You know, just imagine a sandwich. Okay, you all know what is sandwich, right? Sandwich. So the bread over the sandwich is a perfectly toasted one or the good one. Like, the sandwich has a bread on top of it. So if the bread is toasted well, so the sandwich is good. If the bread was roasted and it become dark now, so you can assume that the bread was and the sandwich was very bad. In the same way, you know, the front end part, the website, the front end part is looks like that. It has looks good, and if it is good, you'll eat it. I mean, the sandwich. In the same way, the front end needs to be good. The front end is a part which we are seeing, that is called front end. And coming to the back end, so back end is kind of kitchen, you know where all the magic happens, in the kitchen itself, right? So where we cook the sandwich, in the kitchen. So what are the ingredients and what are the things we set it up and cook the sandwich? It all happens in the kitchen, which we won't see. If we went to a hotel and order a sandwich, we'll get a sandwich, right? You you're not able to see the making process and all, how the sandwich is making and all, right? In the similar way, the front end part is what you're looking at, and the back end part is what you can't able to see, but if you want to see, you can, but in a different way. So it is called back end, and this is a front end part. Coming to the full stack, you know, uh, the chef, the chef, right? So you're basically the chef who does everything. You make the bread and cook it up. You're the superhero of the web world, because you are the one who makes it and who eats it. There is the person, the full stack developer. So web development is a process of creating and maintaining websites. We are make them functional and visually appealing, whether it is designing the user interface or handling the data on server. Everything works like a well-built sandwich. You got my point, right? Is there any issue in that point? You got my point, right? What is front end, back end, and the full stack development? Let me explain with another example. This is the most popular example I ever heard. Uh, we all know the car, right? So the parts which you see, like the door, the mirror, the steering, the seat covers, these are all the front end things, which you can see normally. This is all completely known as front end. The parts which you can't see is the engine, fuel tank, and etc. internal accessories. This is called as backend, but they function, right? So this is backend, and you don't know the logic how they are working and all. So the front end part is the car interiors and all, and the back end part is car internal parts like engine and all. So the full stack means the complete final output is a car. So that is known as full stack. Do you guys understand? Give me a thumbs up so that I can know. Yeah. Okay. So you can see here. So front end development is everything users sees and interact with on a website. One more example with a real time thing. When you go visit Amazon or Flipkart or Myntra, whatever the website is, there will be a home page, images, buttons, and layout, all things over there, right? So this is called the front end part. Even now in the meeting, you are looking at my screen, right? This is the part where the front end means. Coming to backend, so it all deals with the logic behind the screens. I am sharing my screen now, and you are getting this my screen, right? How it's happening in the backend using API calls and all. There is a lot of backend processing between the scenario. So even you come to the Amazon, Flipkart websites. If you click on Add to Cart or Wishlist buttons, it automatically directing to the cart. Like in your case, when you go to a Apple product or some other products, if you click on add to cart, then what will happens? It automatically added to your cart. But how it happening? You can't able to see how the happening is, right? Just a second, few people are getting issue with joining meeting. Guys, anybody having the issue with joining the meet? Like some people are saying that link is not working and all. Any of your friends having the same issue? Use the chat box. Okay, done. Yeah, coming back to the thing. So coming to the full stack, you know, the full stack means the people who handles the front end part and the back end part simultaneously. So that person is capable of building the whole thing, like Facebook or Amazon, whatever the thing. That website includes front end part, back end part, along with the database completely. So that is called full stack. Coming to the importance of websites today. You know, uh, See, for the real-time example, I'm a person lives in Andhra Pradesh. There is a university in Tamil Nadu or wherever, the famous LPU university, whatever the thing is, it's in somewhere in the India. I'm somewhere in India. So if I want to know about that thing, I mean that university, how will I know? So basically, I go through the Google and search for LPU or some other popular universities in Gujarat, like that, right? So when I searched that, how the LPU is popping up, all because of the website, right? So if the website is not present over there, I mean, LPU has a website, and a lot of websites are giving reviews on LPU, and a lot of articles over there in LPU. In a similar way, even our college, Siddharth Institutions, we have our own website, systech.org and scitech.org. So if those websites aren't present, how can I know that the college is present over there? So to get the details of something, Nowadays, we definitely need a website. You may say that go to Google Maps and search for Siddharth Institutions. You'll get to know even the Google Maps is a website, right? In a similar way, we definitely need a website to showcase something. In today's AI era, definitely need. So having an online presence today is more important than ever. Websites will help you reach millions of people and turn our ideas into something the world can see and interact with. So I hope you understand what's the importance of websites today. And coming to the static versus dynamic web, you know, the famous misconception of difference between static and dynamic is I heard that a few people are saying if we use React.js or Node.js, that website is a dynamic. I don't know how that works. I heard that recently even. So a guy came to me and uh, I used React.js, I used Node.js, so the website I made is dynamic. That's not the right one. So let me tell you a clear-cut explanation. So static website means these displays the same content to every visitor. If we go through the systech.org, even you open it, even someone else open it, the same thing will be displayed over there in every device, in every mobile phone, right? So whoever opens the systech.org, so the same thing will be displayed to everyone. In a similar way, coming to the dynamic websites, these changes the content based on user interaction. Like suppose you go to Amazon or some other things, if you go log in them, and you'll get different outputs. Might be if I search it about laptops, I'll get the suggestions about laptops. I search it for mobiles. If I search it for mobiles, the mobiles will be popped up. In a similar way, the output will be varies depending upon a person, depending upon user. That is called dynamic website. The simple thing, if a person the user is getting the same output whatever the device, it is called a static. Whether you use React.js, Node.js, if I create a website using Node.js or React.js, in the same way, like if you open, it will show the same content. If I open, it shows the same content. It is not at all a dynamic website because the same content is showing to everyone. So this is not a dynamic website. If you open, it will, the output varies, then it is called dynamic websites. In a simple way, uh, you may ask if I use HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, just three of them. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Can I make dynamic websites using these three technologies? Yes, you can make by using different APIs or user-based inputs. Basically, let me share my screen once again, so you'll get a real-time example. You're getting my screen, right? So this is the recent website I have built in a hackathon. So if you go through here, you'll getting a good UI and all, right? You're getting a good UI and all. So if I click on Pondicherry, you'll redirect it to the pondi.html. So if you go through down and you're getting this input field, choose boarding station and number of days. If I click on submit, you'll get all these details, right? So you may enter Bangalore, you may enter Hyderabad, and you may enter 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. The input is different to different user. I choose Chennai. Maybe you choose Bangalore, right? I don't know, right? So whatever the input you gave, according to that, the output will be shown. Right. In this case, what you called. So what we call this? Is it a static website or dynamic website? I need a response, guys. What do you call? Static or dynamic? Guys, are you there? Hello. Yeah. Static. Why static? You telling dynamic? Okay. It's a dynamic website. Yeah, it's a dynamic website because the input which you give is different to different user. I already said you. I selected input as Chennai. Maybe you choose Bangalore, right? This is different to different users. So this is a dynamic website. And if you go to systech.org, this is completely same for everyone, right? This is completely same for everyone. Whether you open it, whether I open it, you'll get same content. Nothing will changes. So this is called a static. If you go to online fees, like our new college website, WebPros India is provided this website now. If you log into your details, you'll get some other different people, different students will different getting different outputs. In this case, it is dynamic. I hope you got my point. The difference between static and dynamic. Yeah. So let's move to the next topic. The technologies to build websites. Most of the people ask me what are the technologies we use to build websites? Uh, we use HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the front end part, and the backend technologies will be Node.js, PHP, Python, etc. There are lot of things over there nowadays coming up, new technologies, new programming languages, new frameworks. We can also use frameworks like React.js, AngularJS, Vue.js, Next.js. There are backend frameworks also exist like Express.js, Django, and Flask. Django and Flask will be used in Python, and the remaining frameworks will be used in Node and React. These will be the technologies we use. Whether you can use it for front end or back end according to your project. For suppose if we build some portfolio website, we can use HTML, CSS, JavaScript for the basic one. Or else you need to add some fancy animations and all. You can go through with React.js or Next.js because those frameworks will support some high-end animations using GASP and AOS libraries. Might be you not able to understand all these frameworks and technologies. You'll learn sooner. We are planning sessions on that also. Most popularly, the people knows tech stack. The people come to me and ask which tech stack you're using. You're using men stack or mean stack. uh, which language you're using to develop a website. I use Jamstack personally. I love it. So I personally use Jamstack. So there are a lot of other stacks, mean stack, MERN stack. We can use Python, we can use Java, JSP, Golang, .NET. There are a lot of things. It's completely our personal thing to build upon a project. So let me do a hands-on session with HTML. So you'll get to know in today's session. I'll make sure to completely know about what's HTML, what it contains and all. You're getting my screen, right? Can you see my VS Code? Yeah, fine. So let's start with uh, boilerplate code. Just let me create a index.html. So basically, you people may ask why I named it as index.html. While hosting our website, the hosting platform will detect it as a main page. If you go to google.com, you'll get the same web page wherever you open it, because the main page itself is the search bar page. So we'll get the search bar when we go to google.com. In a similar way, if we name it as index.html, it will be look out there. Before starting, just make sure you have the extension called live server. Go to extensions and type live server. You'll get plenty of extensions. You can use whatever you want. I'm comfortable with live server with by Ritwik Day and Yannick and live preview by Microsoft. You can use any of these three. I personally love these three extensions. These will work perfectly, and also make sure that switch on auto save mode. Go to files, and you can able to see auto save over here. Let me just zoom it up. You can see there auto save option. Just switch it on so that you not need to be oh, save again and again. you know Initially we are talking about HTML. So the basic point is there is a boilerplate code in HTML. Type exclamatory mark and you will get these sort of things. So click enter. You will get this boilerplate code. So what is this boilerplate code? We have doc type HTML in a line. So you may think why the doc type is HTML? Because there are three languages, sorry, two languages. What's the abbreviation of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. You might be know everyone. So hypertext markup language is a markup language. It's not at all a programming language. Few might be think HTML is a programming language at all. HTML is a scripting language, not a programming language. And another language is markdown language. It is called as .md. You know, uh, we save the HTML markup language using .html, and for the markdown language, we use .md as an extension. So this code is a boilerplate code for the HTML. Whatever the website, if you go and inspect them, we can able to see this doc type HTML is mandatory, and uh, this HTML is a start. In the HTML we have the starting tag and closing tag. So HTML which is present over here is a starting tag, and which is present over here is a closing tag, and the closing tag will be ended with a slash. And you may ask there why the lang here. So here we called lang as an attribute. You may ask what is attribute. So coming over here, so we called HTML as a tag, and we call this lang as an attribute, and this en as a value. So what does it mean by, our HTML file is in a language, that language is English. You got my point, right? So our HTML page is in a language, that language is English. That is called, the meaning of this line is that thing. And this meta set UTF and this viewport, you will get to know about in sooner. So coming to the title, so you guys use the laptop, right? If we open up Google or something, you'll get at top of it, here itself, you're getting index.html. In a similar way, when we use Chrome or some other browsers, if we open any website, you'll get in the same way Google or YouTube in the top of it. So to define that, or to display that, we use title tag. We'll see now. If you click on go live, it will open up the server. You can see over here. So just a sec, I'll load it all. So you can see over here, right? So there is a thing document. If I change it to intro to web development, it will automatically changes to intro to web development. You can see, right? So this is the use case of, sorry, I think you can't able to see the browser, right? Just a sec. Just a sec, guys. Yeah, you're getting it now. Okay. Sorry for the previous thing. No. So there is a document here, and we can see the document in the top. If we change it to intro to web development, it will change us over here. That is the reason why we use the title tag. How many of you got to understand this? I need some response. If you have any doubts, you can use the chat box to ask me. Only one response? Only two? Lokesh Gowda, you didn't understand. Can I know what did you not understand? Like any specific thing? Akash Chaudhary. See, let me explain again. So you can see over here, right? If I type google.com, you're getting Google as in the top. You can see over there. Observe my cursor. Okay. You're getting Google in the top as a title. In the same way, to describe that, we are using title tag. We are using title tag to display that. If we type intro to web development, you'll get output as an intro to the web development. If we choose a document, if we choose Google, you'll get there. Okay, that is the use case of the title tag. I hope you understand. Yeah, coming to the next tag. In every programming language, uh, what we learn first? Hello world only, right? So after hello world, we'll get to know about comments. Now we'll know about how to make comments in HTML. Basically, if we type hi and all, whatever, I'll use the lorem. Just a sec. So I typed all these unnecessary text now. So how we make them invisible? There are a lot of ways to make that invisible. We can see over here the text which I typed now, and it is displaying over here. So if I want to make a comment, you can select it over there and click on control plus slash. I think you got my point, right? Control plus slash. If we do that, it automatically comments the selected part in the VS Code. It's a shortcut, or else just basically open lesser than symbol and click on exclamatory mark and hyphen. You'll get a comment, and whatever you type is not an issue. So this is how we make comments in the HTML. And to display the paragraph, we'll use p tag. So the p means paragraph, named it itself. So if we choose p, we will get a paragraph tag. And if we fill some content over here, it will look as a paragraph. But I took more content. You can see over here, it is making some paragraph like text. And we have basically most useful tag is anchor tag. Let me remove all this. So how many of you know hyperlink? Most of you people used it everywhere. uh, if you go to amazon.com, right? Okay, let me ask. Yeah, so I don't know whether you can able to see or not. If I hover on this, I mean hover means if I take my cursor on this image, you can see that there will be a link popping up in the below. Are you able to see that? There is a link is popping up, very small. I can't zoom it out, sorry. So the point is, when I click over here, it will redirect to some other new page, or else when I click this, it will redirect to the new page, right? So this is the functionality of hyperlink. We called it as anchor tag in the HTML. So if I click here, so you can see, right? So click here, option was came up. So if I click, nothing will happen because I didn't give the root path. So what will put it up? So I'll put it up systech.org. So what will happen now? If I click here, it will redirect me to the systech.org. See, it happened, right? So this is the thing we can do using the hyperlink. In HTML, we call it as anchor tag. So A means anchor, I already said it. So what is meant by href? So this is an attribute. So we can use links or the subfiles or the sections. You know, in the same website, if I click in about or some popular places, sorry, I think it's not working. Oh shit, messed it up. Sorry, no problem. So uh, if I click on about, if there is an about section, it will scroll down to the about section. Might be you see in a lot of websites nowadays, because most of our websites are built on static and a single page website. So if I click on about or popular places, if I click on popular places, it will automatically comes down. Like you not need to scroll down and goes down. Okay. So if I click on popular places, it will scrolls down to the popular places. That we can do this also using anchor tag itself. Even this is an anchor tag. If you want to see, I can inspect it and go here and popular places. You can see here. So this is an anchor tag. They're using href attribute and popular places ID. If we click on this href, I mean anchor tag, it will automatically scrolls down to the popular places section. This is what happens. We have a lot of things like we can make it as a mail. If I want to mail someone using this thing, we can use mail to, and you can add whatever the mail you want. Systech at the rate of systech.org. Actually, this email works because our college have that mail. If we click over here, what will happen? Open Outlook. Whichever the app you're using, like you may use Gmail, you may use Outlook. I am personally using Outlook, so it is redirect me to Outlook app. So if I click on Open Outlook, so directly the recipient will be added to there, and we can draft an email and send them. In a similar way, if we click on that link, we may redirect to WhatsApp. We can redirect them to mobile phone. I mean, there is a dialer na, in our mobile phones. We can redirect to that also using Tel. If I click now, what it says, open, pick an application. Because I'm using a laptop, this laptop doesn't have any application that supports a phone call. So this thing won't work over here. If I click on mobile phone, it will automatically redirect to my mobile dialer and asks me to call the number. And we have in the same similar way we have SMS also. So uh, we can add SMS like this. So you may ask that if I click on the link and it will redirect me to the SMS, and what will happen? So if I click on this link, it will redirect to SMS and automatically adds my number into the recipient number. And if I wanted to write any message, that default shows, like if I type hi or something over here as a body, I mean in the body section, it will automatically default in the same way. If you click, it will directly redirect to the SMS app and it shows hi. If you click on send, it will automatically send. Simple. And we have different type of attributes over here. So I'm selecting the same system.org again. Previously, what happened, if I click over here, in the same page, I mean in the same tab, the system.org was opened. If I want to open it in a new tab, because I don't want to mess it up and I want to open the system.org website in a new one, I can use the attribute called target. So using target, and the value will be blank. So using this attribute, we can open the system.org in a new tab. If we click on this now, it will open up in a new tab. You can see the new tab was opened. Here is my application, the web application, and here is the new tab. System.org was opened. So this is the use case of anchor tag and its attributes. In the same way, we have the image tag, video tag, and all. Let me go through with the header tags. We have header tags up to H6, starting on H1, just a sec, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. We have the header tags up to H6. Intro to web development. You can able to see the output, right? So the H1 having the bigger text and larger one. Compared to the H2, what happened with the H2? H2 is smaller compared to H1. H3 is much more smaller compared to H2. In the same way, H4, H5, and H6, we can observe. So this is H1, H2, H3, and 5 and 6. No, this is what the difference of header tags. We can use it accordingly. Uh, we can observe here. Um, So this is a paragraph tag or header tag, and this is a something header tag. So we can see over here by inspecting them. Select this part. So what it shows? It shows we used h1 tag. So because of the h1 tag, the text was a bit bigger, larger, and the font was bold and all right. So we can use it wherever we want according to our design. Back to our web page. So I hope you understand about header tags. We have different text formatting tags because while we reading an articles, there will be something called bold, italic, emphasized, code text, underline the text, highlighted text. We have different sort of texts. If you open up a Word document, we can able to make that, right? So we can choose whatever font we want. We can make it bold. We can make it smaller, larger, according to font size. We can do all these things in Word application, MS Word application. In a similar way, we can do all this in the HTML also using different sort of tags. Let me choose a P tag and type the same thing. So you can see H6 is smaller than P tag. So by default, we are getting this size and all the things, right? So if I choose web in the strong tag, see what happens. So the web is become much more bigger. Let me remove all this distracting thing. Yeah. So intro to web development. So the web word is inside the strong tag. So it is looking much more larger compared to the remaining. And we can use the bold tag for the same thing. And we have I tag to make it italic. See the italic thing is came. We have EM for emphasized text. It works similar to italic. We have underlined text. We can use U tag for that. See, we use it U tag for the underlined text, and our web is underlined now. And we have mark tag to make it highlighted. See how cool it is. We can able to do all the formattings, I mean the text formatting, as we use in MS Word itself. In a similar way, we can do all those operations in HTML using different sort of tags. I'll make a list of them. We have bold tag. Let me write something. We have EM tag in a similar way. We have I tag. We have strong tag. We have E underlined tag. We have pre tag. We have code tag. We have mark tag. Sorry, it's not taking. We have super tag and sub tag. These tags were something different compared to everything because see, um, if I write continuous text, lorem 5, so in between that we have this content, right? If I write something on sub, it automatically goes down. How these looks and how this looks, it is looking bit lower. And if I use super tag, it will goes up. See, it is somewhat up. Might be you people see this in like if I write some mathematical equations and all, we can use it as a square or something, right? We can use the subtag for chemistry, the chemical formulas and all. We can use CH2, CHO, whatever the thing. So we can use these sort of different tags for different things. And we have block quote tag. So we have a lot of text formatting tags. I'll make a list out of them, and you'll get a receive a document, okay, later the session. And let's move to the section divisions. You know, these all are in the same section called body tag. We have body tag, and inside the body tag we have P tag, B tag, I mean the bold tag, EM, I, strong. There are a lot of tags over here in the body tag. So we consider body as a section. And now if we want to create some more sections, we can create them using div. So div means division. Basically it is there, right? So div means division. So we can create a section using that division. And we have span. So the span tag is works differently. When I create, um, so we have this thing, right? So if I create p tag in the middle of thing, what will happens? See, so intro is became one, and web in one line, development in one line. But I wrote all in a single line, right? So single line p, and if I included a new p tag over here, it will shows output as each line. We're getting 3 lines. But in case if I use span tag, see what happens? It all comes to the single line, because span tag is a inline element. We can use it in a line or in a particular tag. So that's the difference between remaining tags. We can't use even header. We'll get 3 lines again. You can see over here. So web has allocated a new line, and we have p tag. We can make divisions over here, and we have the most famous break tag. BR means break. So you can see there we're getting some open space, like there is nothing, right? But we're getting some space because of this break tag. You can see if I put break tag after the 2, what happens now? It will automatically break. If I put in after web development, I mean in the middle of the web development, what happens? See, so it is coming in one line and it is coming in another line, because we are breaking the line using the break tag. So this is called as break tag. And we have horizontal break also. We can use this too. And we have iframes and all. So you can see, so if we go to systech.org, in the bottom itself we have the map. So this map, you might be asked, like how the people inserted the whole map here using iframes. If we go to Google Maps and select some location like Siddharth Institutions, so we are getting this, right? So if we go through here and click on share option, we are getting these sort of things. And you can see the option embed a map. Click on this. So you can see over here. we can choose medium, small, large, and custom size. Let me choose medium, and you can see over here there is a tag called iframe with the attribute of src that includes the link of the Google map. Just copy the HTML and go to the VS Code and let me paste it over here. So I have pasted the iframe. Let us see. So where's my map? Yeah, we'll get our map. So you can see right here, I'm getting the map and it's very large one. You got to know, right? Like this is why we use iframes to display Google Maps or to display YouTube videos. The most famously, we use iframes for displaying YouTube videos or else displaying these maps. We use the iframe. And coming to the CSS and JavaScript, we have different methods to add the CSS and JavaScript. So let me tell you, there are three methods totally. So we have three methods for CSS. So inline CSS, there is internal CSS and external CSS. So what is meant by internal CSS? I mean inline CSS, internal CSS and external CSS. Let me give with an example. If I choose a p tag with some text over here, so we are getting this text. But what I need is, I need to show the text in the red color. Let me give the color as red. So I choose with the style tag, I mean style attribute, and colored it as red. We can see over here. So I'm getting the text in the red color. This method is called as inline CSS because I gave the CSS in the same line which the data and the content is there. And there is another method called internal CSS. So how the internal CSS will perform means we can make the style tag, and inside the style tag for P we can choose the color blue. Here I choose the color blue, and here already itself there is a red. you know Let me ask you a question. Now which color will be the output? The P tag, I mean the text will be looks in red or blue. How many of you say that? Guys, are you there? Which color will be output? Like you know output will be red or blue? I'm listening blue. Guys, listen again and carefully answer the question. We have red over here and we have blue over here. What will be the output? So all are saying blue, blue, blue. Okay, let's see the output. It's red. You got big mistake, huh? It's red because the inline style attribute consists of high priority. We have the hierarchy things, right? So it will choose the inline CSS primarily, then internal CSS, then external CSS. We have gave style attribute in inline itself and colored it as red. So it functioned, I mean, it displayed red text. If I remove this, now it will blue. You got my point, right? So inline CSS have a high priority and internal CSS have second priority. External CSS has a third priority. Let me tell you how to link an external CSS. We have the link tag. We can link the external CSS using link tag. So if we type link in the VS Code, we have this option called link uh, CSS. If we click on this, automatically, this uh, rel, what is meant by rel means relation. So rel means relation. Uh, what's the relation? Relation is style sheet because what it contains styles, right? So this is the relation. The specifies the relation. So that is the rel attribute, and we can see there is a herf again, and we are linking up to style.css. If we click it using control plus click, and it will automatically redirects me to the style.css. If I create p tag now and color as rosy brown and font size as larger, now see what will happen. It will works on rose brown, or it works on blue. Which will be happen? What's the text color, guys? It will be blue, or what's the color name? Rosy brown. Again blue. Yeah, definitely it is blue because we used internal CSS. And I got a question. What's it? Just like the functional variables has more scope than the global. Yeah, in a similar way. Yes, Yashwant, in a similar way, hmm, you can say that. Yeah. So this is how uh, we link up the CSS. We have three methods: inline, external, and internal. Um, let's coming to the JavaScript. So even this have the same three methods. We have inline JS and internal JS and external JS. So let me start with external JS. In most of the cases, we add the JS bottom of the HTML thing. Okay, right above the body tag, I mean the closing body tag, we'll add the JavaScript. You know, if you type script, there is a called script src. If we click on that, it will automatically generates the script. If you click on this, and you'll get a script.js. Similar way, like we have linked the style.css using link tag, and we are linking the JavaScript using script tag. You got my point, right? So using script tag. So for the external CSS using script tag, but there is some difference over here because as we used style, we can use the script tag. We can write where a is equal to, where b is equal to. So we can write whatever we want, and we can write some JavaScript over here also, so that we can work with different JavaScript files, and we can work with different CSS. And you know um, let me come to the header tag. So let me clear all this. So what is header tag? So it contains all the metadata and the information about the website. uh, how many of you shared some links in the WhatsApp or something? If we copy some link and paste it over WhatsApp, you'll get some pop-up, like you get a card, a text, a title, description, and all, right? So where we need to add those things, we need to add all those things in the header section. So let me come to this website, and if I click over here, there is a header tag. So there is a meta charset, there is a viewport, and there is some CSS style sheet, and we have title called Systech College, and nothing else. Okay, I think this website was not coded well. This website doesn't contain the, you know, might be this have. Yeah, this thing have the same thing. Here we can see meta name as a description. We have the description. If you copy this Amazon.in link and paste it over your WhatsApp, you'll get the description as online shopping for electronics from a great selection of home device. No, this blah 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 thing as a description, and the keywords. If we search on Amazon.in or accessories or home audio and video accessories in the Google, you will get Amazon at the top because of these keywords. If we add keywords called accessories, home audio and video accessories, if you search a particular keyword in the Google, it will rank you up. Let's see, home audio and video. What happens? We're getting this right. So Amazon.in is listed over top 3. This is the use case, real-time use case of meta tag. So meta name, I mean meta description, meta keywords, and we have title, we have canonical tag, and there is a lot of things which we can able to integrate in the header part, so that the website will be rank higher, and the website will be looks cooler when we share to the people. Let's see in the similar way. Maybe I can't able to host it. I can do the same thing over here also, but for your presence, um, just let me try with one website, Amazon.in. Yeah, yeah. If you observe in the text box, if I shared the Amazon.in, you're getting some image, and you're getting some title and the description. You're getting all this now. This is what the use case. This is what we use, like the meta tags will do in the header part. This is the real-time example. For a website, if we built a final website, and if I send you the link, if you get nothing, how it would be? Like, it would be less interactive and all, right? So this is the case we use using the header part. And coming to the HTML5 tags, so we have different versions. So you can see we have HTML, HTML5, and HTML XML. So we have different type of versions of HTML, right? So here HTML5 is the newer version. We have a very new tags in the HTML5. So what are those tags? There is an article tag, and there is a main tag, and there is a nav tag for the navigation. There is a footer tag for footer, and there will be a section tag for the sections. In previously, we traditionally used the div tag to make sections, uh, like you know so we're in Amazon.com. So if I go to the So you can see over here, right? So this section is different because this has a slider, and if we click over right and left, we are getting an image slider. So this is one section. We can call it as a main section. And if we go down, we are having these three cards which are very different, and we call it as another section. In previous days, like before HTML5 coming, we make it as like we'll make using a div tag, but nowadays we are using section tag, or else we can use aside, article tag. There are a lot of HTML5 tags are there. We can use whatever we want related to that thing. And there are a lot of things I can't able to list over here right now, or else let me paste you the article. Mm, yeah, so this is an article that consists of every HTML element. So you can see over here, this is the boilerplate code and the text formatting thing. I explained H1 to H6, and paragraph tag, bold text, italic text, underlined text, and strong emphasis text, break line, horizontal rule. I have explained the anchor tags. I forgot to tell you about list. Let me explain that also. So we have list tag. There are three different types of lists. So what does it mean by list? We have the list, right? So if for displaying list, we have unordered list, ordered list, and there will be one more thing. Uh, just a sec. Even I need to refer over here. Here there was listed only two, but there is another list also. There are three types of list. One is ordered, another one is ordered list, unordered list, and there is a third type. I forgot the name. Uh, so we can see the difference over here. I created two lists called ordered list and unordered list. For the unordered list, it will show as a bulleted, I mean bullets, using bullet list. Uh, we most popularly use these kind of lists in MS Word to design our documentations, right? We type the list and we'll select the list and convert it into a list using but bullets or numbered list. In a similar way, we can build it on HTML also using these two types of list. I hope you understand. This is an ordered list and this is ordered list. Li means it's referred as a list itself. Even see the documentation over here. The Li element represent a list item. So if the parent element is an OL ordered list or unordered list or menu element, then the element is an item of the parent. This is how it works. So unordered list, list item, and ordered list, inside it we're using list item. And coming to next, yeah, you can see over here there is a image tag for images, video tag, audio tag. I explained iframe. uh, the reason why I included video and audio, uh, I can't make it up now, uh, but I'll show you the image tag. So let me just copy this image link. Just copy this image link and go to our code and type img. It will automatically gives you a particular thing called src. Inside the src, we need to add our image link. So we'll get our image link. No, we can see over here. We are getting the image as output. We can add alternative text. No, the reason why we use the alt attribute is if something happened with the image, see what it displays? It displays pic because I inserted pic as a value to the alternative text. So if something happens to image, in here, I just disturbed the link. So image won't load here. So the text is displaying. In some other cases, if the network is slow and all, um, the image will load late. In that case also, it will shows the text. That is the use of SRC and alt attribute in the image tag. Coming to the next, we have table. So let me clear all this. So the table tag itself says to create the table, right? We have tr and we have tr, td, and th for the different things. So what does it means? So table defines a table. So the th is a table header. You know, let's see the output. You'll get a good understanding. Where is the thing? Yeah. See, the th consists of first name, last name, and age because table header. So the table header contains first name, last name, and age. The table header was a bit larger and bold in text. For the TD, so it defines a cell in the table. I mean the data cell in the table. So it was bit smaller in size, and the data contains whatever we display over here. We can add as many as we want. So you may ask what is tr? So tr means table row. So table defines a function, tr defines a table row, th is the table header, and td is the cell in the table. I mean the data, whatever we can. And we have different sort of attributes. Um, there is a call space, I think. Sorry. Yeah, call span. What happens here is if I choose call span as 4, what happens? The text is getting different way. Might be HTML won't work over here. If we add some good CSS, it will get a good output. Because uh, let me do one thing. Let me go to my GitHub account. Sorry, I think it won't work. I'm lacking of examples now. Netlify.com. How many of you know Netlify? Anybody knows why we use Netlify and all? We use Netlify to host the websites for free. Yeah. Uh, this is a website I built in an internship. So you can see over here, this is built upon a table. So this is a cell, this is a cell, and I made it upon. So you can able to see, right? We have two rows, and there are a lot of columns over there. I merged two columns over here. So we can use call span or row span to make this. I combined two rows over here. For that, I used row span. So there is a row span also. See the row span. We have row span and call span for both things. By using those attributes, we can build these kind of navbar. How it looks like, how's the website? It looks great, right? Isn't it? Did you ever think that we can made a navbar using table? These are the modern websites nowadays. Okay, description list. Who's here? Yeah, correct. Description list specified by DL. Let's see that output also. See, the HTML and its description, CSS and its description. We have all this. That is the use of DL, and DL consists of DT and DD. So the team term description and term definition. We have both over here. So this is the third list. Okay, I'm learning new things. Fine. I haven't used that till now. Okay. Let's move to the final thing, the forms. A lot of people use it the forms because if we even go to google.com, this is built up of using forms because whatever you search will be taken by input. There is a lot of input types. I can't able to count even. There are a lot more things. So let me just uh, I will add placeholder as a enter your name. You can see here uh, we got an input element to add enter your name. In a similar way, we can add different type of inputs as we have the input called button. We have the input called radio. How many of you know the radio? We have checkbox. We have the radio, as I said. We have input of color. We have input of date. Where we use all this, you'll get in third year, I think, in the web technologies and all. This is the one of the experiment in the lab. So to make a form using the input tags and HTML. So this is a kind of color picker. We can pick whatever color we want. So that will be connected into as an input. We have radio button and we have checkbox, we have button, we have input for name, we have date picker. See the date picker. So we have multiple things. If you want a list of them, you can refer the document which I have sent earlier. We have a lot of, like, we have list, we have uh, you know there is another tag called label. So if I enter name and label, let's cut it down and paste it over here. So see what happens. So this label works for this input because I had this name and name. So this label is for name, which is here. So this is how label works, and we can see a lot in contact pages. Uh, where can I get now? Anybody have the contact page? I can show them. Where is the contact page? Yeah, I have one. Yeah, this is the another page I have built recently. So yeah, see here we can see the contact form. So this is a label and this is the input field. This is a label and input field. We have different things. If I type something over here without email, it won't take because uh, email has some restrictions, right? We need to enter um, that at the rate and the dot com. That must be mandatory to pass this. So this is the text area. We have this also, this functionality. And oh shit, I just found a bug because the text area need to be the max width of this much. If I drag over here, it is coming up here. So there is a bug. Thank you, God. Before I'm reaching out client, I'm getting all the bugs. Okay. So I think the time is running out. So let me end this session up to here. If you guys have any questions, ask me. And in the end, we'll have a quiz. What do you want first? You want quiz or the Q&A session first? Quiz. Okay. Plenty of the people are ready with quiz. Okay. Let me share you the link. Okay. Uh, Someone asking LinkedIn Premium. Not bro, you came here for LinkedIn Premium or what? Be ready and give some faster responses so that you'll get high points. Like for faster responses, you'll get high points. I'm sharing the link. Go ahead. Faster, faster. We have 35 participants and I got only 13 on the quiz. I need more participants, guys. I have 15 only. I need to wrap it up faster. Can I start? The remaining people are not interested in the quiz. Huh? Join faster, guys. I'll wait 2 more minutes. Exactly at 8:30, I'll start the quiz. 20 participants. Need more, man. You can share the quiz link to your friends. Make them join within 2 minutes. Exactly at 8:30, I'll start the quiz. You can share the link of the quiz to your friends. They'll make it more spicy, okay? Less strength makes me feel bad, okay? I need more strength. 15 seconds more. Yep, I'm starting the quiz. Some people are joining now. Very bad. What to do, guys? Shall I end the quiz or I need to wait for these people to complete? Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm ending the quiz. I can't take more than 1.5 hours. Okay, congratulations to the top three. Okay, congratulations to Abu Gunashekar, Ritish, and Monica. Kindly contact me. Later, you'll get received, the certifications and LinkedIn Premium. For this session, I can be provide LinkedIn vouchers for the top three people only. Sorry for that. Okay, guys. Uh, let's continue with the Q&A session. You guys, anybody have any questions? You can ask me. I think the whole thing messed up, huh? I need to show this thing first and later on move to that. Okay. So, end of the presentation. Do you guys have any questions you can ask? Or else we can end up this meeting. Yeah, you can contact me by scanning this. Any other questions? Except about LinkedIn Premium or else thing? Will remind, yeah, you'll get the certification. Yeah, you'll get. Any other questions? Faster, guys. You need to eat, I need to eat. How? To your mail. You'll receive your certificates by your mail if you registered to this meeting. If you're not registered to this meeting, I can't help you. Thank you, Yashwant. Thank you, Monica. You can tag me on LinkedIn after receiving the certificates. Can we have a group photo or something like that? How many of you okay with that? I just gave you access to you. Uh, Turn on your videos. Yeah, definitely, Gunashekhar. We are planning more things, even for the web development, Android development, UI, UX, what not. We have a lot of domains over there. Turn on your video cams. We'll sit in auditorium. Yep. Turn on the video, guys. Just we'll have a snapshot. I need remaining faces also. Hello. Nobody interested in a pic, huh? How many of you from Siddharth Institutions? Okay, just leave it. Okay, if you want to connect me on LinkedIn. If you have any doubts, you can text over there. I'll respond. Okay, guys, if you have no questions, I can end it up. Can I end the session? Guys, how to contribute to open source? Just go to the GitHub and let me tell you some platforms. Uh, Look, type this in Google. There will be popped up Girl Script Sum of Code, and there is another one called GSOC, which is by Google. Uh, Primarily, you go to this first platform, and you'll get a list of repositories which is hosted on GitHub. You can go through the repo and just study their project files and all. Do whatever you can. You can update the documentation. You can uh, add some features. You can contribute what you have. You can do many things according to the project. Don't mess it up completely. When I hosted a open source project, the people came to contribute was messed up my whole website actually. So make sure you go to the particular project which you know well. Like there will be some basic projects also, which is built upon HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. If you're good at it, just go to that project only and contribute that only. And if you know nothing, you can go to the documentation even. You just go through the documentation and read it. If you find some errors like typos, even I, when created a document, uh, there is a word called coming soon. I just added two M's in the coming. Uh, Even that is an error, right? So even one user contributed that actually. So even the small things is a contribution. We can do that. Any other questions? Okay, guys. Bye bye. Have a great day. We'll meet you on next session. That will be on GitHub Copilot, I think. Okay. Good night.